Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Bang, bang. It is the return of Super Baby.
Super Baby.
What's going on, man? I hope you're doing well. I'm so brightly orange.
You are.
This shirt's really comfortable, though. It's funny because I saw it and I kind of hated it. It was free.
That's how I felt. I'm not wearing them right now, but my pajamas that I wore the other day, Marco, they are so comfy to sleep in.
Yeah.
Like, it was fantastic. It was life-changing.
But yeah, I just kind of took it home as a joke, and then I put it on. I'm like, I like this shirt.
That's not bad.
Yeah, like it's just super comfy. We got a decent little stack here. Now, granted, actually, it's kind of a small stack. Some of this stuff, is it just 2 books actually?
2 books, but they're too thick.
They are 2 thick books.
From last week?
Yeah, I don't know why I was saying there was something else. It's just that. Okay, these 2 books at the very end here. They are from last week or week before or whatever. But yeah, I mean, pretty small week. We didn't have too much to read. I actually read this week. Very well, you guys.
We should be on the front of your mind first off.
Now that everything is all dealt with, I can return. Well, glad that things are dealt with, whatever that may mean. And happy to have you back. We've missed you. And I don't know, we haven't been doing too much.
Yeah, you have 2 Power Rangers in yours as well, J-Part.
Yeah. The Power Rangers have arrived. Good to have you back, Super Baby. Yeah, it's been I don't know. It's been kind of an awkward past month plus now, since my surgery, because I don't know, it's very weird to have this stream every week and be like, here's the books that we picked up, and then I don't get to talk about them. I didn't read anything, you know.
Hey, this is from you.
It could very well be, yep.
I saw like the little glimmer of it in the camera. I'm like, do I have a stain on my shirt?
What's going on? Been playing Snap. Maybe soon we can see who's better. You can try. Yo, I've been playing Loki. It's funny. I literally, and by playing Loki, I mean I just started playing him yesterday, because I was just like, I don't know if I want to play that or whatever. He's so much fun. Even like when I don't win, I'm like, man, that was a fun game. Like, he's just a wild card. I highly recommend it if you want to get the season pass.
I'm not gonna.
It's $10.
Be out as long as you, but I don't think when I have my surgery, I'm gonna read anything. I'm gonna be laying down eating mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
Let's see.
In 2 weeks, I finally get my wisdom teeth removed. It's been like a half a year process at this point. Holy shit.
Such a what?
Cheater. Mashed taters are great.
They are.
We've discovered a fantastic.
Snap's good because, well, here's the thing.
We're talking about potatoes.
Snap's good because it's not pay to win, because like where it becomes a problem is like when you want to face me, and which I've been playing for a little while now, and yes, I've spent money on the game. But like I'm just further along than you all. So like when you all go into your matches,
I'm just at another level.
Drill a hole into my mat. What are you doing?
It's dull. Don't do anything.
Anyway, when you all go into your matches, you know, just queue up. I mean, you're playing against people who have a similar card pool size to you.
Kitty variant.
I still don't have Kitty Pride. And it drives me insane. Because there's been so many good decks with her. There's a really good cardboard.
Yes.
There's a really good Loki deck, I think, that runs her as well right now. And yeah, I don't know. It's I do spend money on the game, but I mean, I always view that like if there's a game I'm gonna be playing and I play a lot, which granted I haven't been playing that much recently. It's still, I mean, I'm always completing my daily quest and all that stuff, but at bare minimum, like even if I have to just log on and quickly mash through my daily quest and then do something else.
I'm gonna throw this anywhere else.
Yeah,
that's a waffle spot. Get over here, waffle.
But anyway,
there's your spot. Here, here's a blanket for you to move with.
My point is I'm further along in progression, and so I'm gonna have a lot more cards than you all do, or whatever. And there's people that have more cards than I do. So it is kind of a weird and interesting way that they have everything set up. But to me, it has always felt very fair for the most part. You will come, especially like as you're progressing and you're getting into that area where like you're starting to get a decent amount of cards, and sometimes you're just like, oh, I can kind of piece this stuff together. Like this, you look at the picture of like, this is like the optimized version. Well, I can kind of make that work. I don't have all the pieces, but I can make it work. And then you play against someone who's playing your deck, but they have that thing that you're missing, and that feels bad. For me, for the longest time, it was destroy with death. I didn't have death, and every time I played against a destroy player, they did have death, and it was hard. I mean, death's a great card, and it was hard to. I feel like death isn't as necessary now, which is funny because now I have death, and death is still a great card, but there's like when I was playing destroy, there really was like 2 ways to play destroy, and one of them involved like Nimrod and Arnim Zola, which were harder to get cards. So like the cheap build of destroy was good, but you really should be playing Null and Death, and I only had Null. Maybe you're just bad. Oh. Beat him a few times, and I've beaten you too, Gabe Hart, and I've played dumb, goofy decks against you. All right. Anyway, I don't remember what I was ranting, but my point being is I do feel like while you're playing, it does feel very fair. I need to hit Infinite. I haven't hit Infinite this month, but again, I just haven't really been playing. But the other day I started, like I said, I think was it yesterday? Or it was either yesterday or the day before. I started playing Loki, and deck is super. It's really good too. Like it's a really good deck. Anyway, let's get into comics. So starting off, we have Avengers Inc. #1. Wasn't sure if I wanted to pick this one up. This is Al Ewing. I was like, I don't know, like it's got like this detective aesthetic, and I was like, maybe not, I don't know. But good colors, nice cover. Yeah, it's cool. It was just like I feel like this could be kind of cheesy, And if it wasn't for the fact that we just didn't have much to read this week, maybe I wouldn't have picked it up. But I'm very happy that I did decide to pick it up.
Good.
I really enjoyed this book a lot. I think it's a fantastic read. Especially, I feel like it does do the detective stuff really well. But not really spoiling too much because it's a book like through Janet's perspective. And it's like a detective book, even though she's not a detective. But she's really smart. But it is very much set up in that way. And so it has a lot of cool, classic, like the way you would expect a detective book to read. But it's very fun. It's very, I think, unique, and they do some really interesting things. And I think there's some really funny parts to it as well. But yeah, highly recommend Avengers Inc. Thought that was very, very solid read. Up next, very different direction. We have Alligator Loki #1, which was fun. it's not as good as it's Jeff, but there were a few parts that I really enjoyed.
Yeah.
For example, there's one part, or there's a couple parts where, because like for the most part, like the art's like whatever, you know, it's very cartoony and stuff. But there's just one part where Thor's fighting somebody and the art's just epic. And then like in the background,
See what that was again?
it's towards the back. Past this or before this? There's so many stories in this one.
Yeah.
No, it's before this. Maybe it's towards the middle then. What's the feeling? Oh yeah, here it is. Right? No.
I mean, it's...
Yeah, okay. Yeah. There's just some like really cool stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway, like I said,
my favorite little bit.
It is a key to it. Is the first alligator Loki. So if you want to make sure you have your first appearance of alligator Loki, there it is. Make sure you grab it. Excited for Avengers Inc. Yeah, I'm really happy that I did pick it up because it was one of those books
that right there
that I was on the fence about. Yeah. Let's see. God, there was another thing that I really, really enjoyed. I don't remember what story it was in. It was just, sometimes you ever just see a panel and you're like, man, that panel brings me joy. Yeah, I really don't even know. I feel like it was early though. But I mean, it's a fun book. It's another one of those, there's no dialogue, or when there is like someone talking, it's just like a speech bubble and then has a picture in it, you know?
Yeah.
Which I do enjoy. I think is fun, and honestly, I think there could have been even a little bit more of that in here because it's really just a very small amount of that in here. I don't know where this panel is. Anyway, it's alligator Loki biting Thor's head, but it's just an amazing picture. I may have passed it.
Yeah.
Where?
More. One more. One more. One more.
Oh my god.
Well, is that one?
Yes. That one, his face. It's great. It's a very, very small spoiler here. Look at that panel, right there. Isn't that lovely? And then Jane's like, what? Like, it's so good. Anyway, some fun stuff in here. But no, it's Jeff, you know.
Yeah.
Moving on to...
I'm surprised they haven't made a Marvel Legends little alligator Loki.
A HasLab alligator.
He's life size. Very posable.
We have Ghost Rider
They've
number
shipped
18.
an actual alligator to your house.
Picked up the, this is Klein, right? Yeah, the Nick Klein variant, which is pretty sweet. It's got Cap on there for some reason.
Yeah, they've been doing Captain America covers.
I don't know what that's about. I don't know why they're doing Cap variants right now.
It's okay.
But anyway, this issue focuses on Talia.
Yeah, it's really good.
Which, oh, by the way,
It's been kind of a mystery for a long time.
Well, yeah, she's been a mystery since the series, really. But then, also, so I just got caught up. Like I said, I haven't really been reading the past like month or so. And then, so I had to get caught up because there was a Ghost Rider Wolverine event. Yeah,
you missed a whole event.
Yeah, which was a very mini event.
It was still cool.
It was cool. I did really like the Ghost Rider Wolverine Weapons of Vengeance or whatever it was called.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty sweet overall. Really, really cool event that I like, or mini event or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. But one thing I didn't. One thing that was kind of upsetting for me was Talia was more or less absent from it. Like she wasn't in half of it at least. And when she did show up, it was like a little bit. But again, you know, I get it. Like Wolverine shows up, but he's got to get some spotlight too and whatever. Even if you, because like we haven't read Wolverine, and it goes like, so it has a an Alpha, and then it goes into Ghost Rider, into Wolverine, and then an Omega. Even if you just wanted to read those 4 issues, I would highly recommend it. It's an awesome, gory, disturbing horror story that is sick. It was awesome. Really, really enjoyed that. But anyway, so now we're out of that now, and we're going back into Ghost Rider, and starting off with Talia, which I think was a nice way to hop back in and then start up something new. And I thought it was a pretty solid issue. I forgot to talk to you about. I don't remember what issue it was in, because I read them all back to back. Well, minus the Alpha for Ghost Rider Wolverine. But the kid Bram, the helper lady, when she takes him to the hospital, that scene was messed up.
Yeah?
On like so many levels.
There's a lot of messed up scenes in that.
There really was. Like, it was like some of the things they would do, I was like, oh my god, I can't believe they just did this right now in a Marvel comic, you know? Like, it's pretty dark.
I sold somebody on it when I said it was like child meat pillar.
Yeah, I still stand by. I feel like that's too much of a spoiler to say.
At the same time, though...
But because then you know it's coming up at some point. When it just happens, it's like, oh, okay, you know, that was, that happened. That's,
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. We got Werewolf by Night. This is just a one-shot book, because they just refused to use my girl Elsa Bloodstone. But a pretty solid issue. This is told through the perspective, it's a fun one where it's like inside the head of Werewolf by Night, but then also inside the head of Elsa Bloodstone, and they do a lot of fun things where like they'll be in a moment together and he's thinking one thing and then she's thinking something else, and the contrast is pretty fun.
Or sometimes they'll even match up.
And so, yeah, sometimes they'll match up. But I did enjoy it. I did enjoy it quite a bit. Trying to think what I can say without spoiling too much, because it's just a little one shot, like I said. It's just a little team up comic. We also picked up, I don't know who did this one, but we picked up this variant as well, because I only get an Elsa Bloodstone cover maybe once every 2 years if I'm lucky, so gotta pick them up when I can get them. But then the best one is the Adam Hughes cover, which is a lot of fun. I could have sworn there was supposed to be a foil for this book, but maybe I was wrong. I don't know. But yeah, super fun book. I wish they would do more with Elsa Bloodstone. Werewolf by Night is cool as well. He's another guy that just every now and then they'll be like, show up in Moon Knight or something. I don't know, like.
Yeah.
And you get a little bit of story, and it's just like, all right.
Show up in Moon Knight. Kidnap his kid for a second. See what happens.
And then let's see. Up next, we got. I haven't read this series at all yet, but this is the main reason I picked up this series. So we have Incredible Hulk #4, and he's fighting Man-Thing. So I definitely need to get caught up on this one. I'll probably try to get on this fairly soon.
Hey, he got the gun in his leg. There it goes.
This is a new one. Came out this week. Daredevil #1, but we didn't read it. I just picked up the blank variant. I don't know what I wanted, what on there or whatever. What's up, 25 Perez?
Hey-o.
Man, I think you gotta catch up to. Yeah, I definitely want to check it out. I've heard really good things about the current Hulk series, so I am excited about it. It's just one of those things.
We liked the last Hulk series.
Yeah. Yeah. Funnily enough, I probably wasn't gonna pick this up when I was looking at the previews on it, because it was a white cover with a white trade dress, and like I think it just had like little, like very thin lines, and I was just like, that's terrible looking. I don't want that. I mean, I guess you could color in the letters whatever you wanted them to be, I guess, but I don't know. It was just weird looking to me. But anyway, new Daredevil series. I don't know, unless somebody tells us, wow, that was absolutely incredible, you definitely need to read it, then probably not going to pick up on it. And then that's it for the Marvel books. Moving on to the Star Wars, which was really only one book, but covers. We got Darth Vader. There's a number in this.
Oh, that's it.
Right there. 38. That's a weird spot for them to, or a weird way for them to put their number. It is a weird location, and just not like in a Marvel box, how Star Wars always is. Anyway, I mean, it's an okay cover, eh? It's about, especially for Vader. Vader, you expect a little bit higher quality for Vader. But then also got the Clone Wars 15th anniversary. Padme with some droids. Always good to see some droids.
That's another one, Marco. Kind of like Ashoka. Why do you say Padme?
Someone does it.
Not most of the cast.
And then the droids. Speaking of droids, we got the droids connecting variant with my boy. I don't know his name, but I really like this big weird shaped dude. And also, weirdly enough, so there's a Super Battle droid, and then like a Clone Wars version of a Super Battle droid. I don't think I've ever seen a Super Battle droid look like this outside of the animation, right?
No.
So I don't know what that's about.
If I had to guess, it's just a bunch of like. It can't be like assets, It must just be like promo art of droids, maybe.
For the shot?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Then why is he there?
I don't know. It feels like they just, whoever drew this is like, I really like that shape of droid. I don't know. And then moving on to DC. Super Baby loves the droids. He has a big connecting.
I love droids too.
Isn't like a 7-piece or 6-piece or something?
Something like
crazy. That. Spanning over all the Dark Droids, but with this is a Dark Droids tie-in. But anyway, moving on to DC, best cover of the week right here, the Art Germ White Rabbit book. This is Batman and Robin. I think it's number 1. I don't know. We didn't read it.
Yeah.
But this cover is stellar.
You'd think it couldn't get any better.
Well,
then
I do have some problems with this current trend, and I know it's it's been something they do a lot, but so here's the foil, and I will say, like, these foils have been like awfully dark, and like I have to pick it up because like it's a gorgeous cover, but I just wish, like, I don't know, it popped a bit more. And I'm not talking about from all the reflections. See, you can kind of see it right there. But hey, I don't even know who White Rabbit is in DC. I barely know who she is in Marvel.
Gayheart, is any of your rabbits white?
But yeah, I mean, it's maybe Art Germ's best. He's always killing it. I absolutely love Art Germ, and yeah, he did an absolutely stellar job. I thought we got scammed for a second. I was like, wait, what? And up next we have another blank cover. This one is super fun. Maybe, I don't know, like the best blank cover I've seen them doing at least in a while. So this is Batman and Robin, or whatever
Batman,
it is.
But it's the one with Batman and Robin swinging.
Yeah, it's the first appearance of
Robin. Yeah, that one right there.
That's what the cover looks like. But this is it's just I really like
everything going on.
Yeah, being able to keep the background essentially.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet, but I loved it. I had to get it.
Yeah, just a super fun
I'll do something
blank
with it.
variant there. And then that's it for DC. We didn't read any DC this week.
Holland Lop and a white tail. Oh, with a white tail and a black Minotaur's satin with white paws.
I like some DC books going on. Batman, which I'm a little bit behind on.
You haven't read Birds of Prey yet?
I haven't read Birds of Prey, but I'm excited about that.
That's good.
Funnily enough,
Big Barda.
Funnily enough, same author wrote Birds of Prey, which is the next book that I'm getting ready to talk about. And I'm excited for Birds of Prey. I read Hawk Girl #1, but I have Hawk Girl #2 that I need to read. Again, it's my stack from just being delayed reading stuff from the surgery. What other DC stuff do I read? Oh,
Batman.
Doom. Well, I said I'm Batman, but I'm behind on Batman right now, just by a couple issues. So like, hopefully, I'll be caught up on a lot of this stuff here pretty soon. I'm even behind on Moon Knight. I need to read Moon Knight.
Yeah,
that's
Moon
crazy.
Knight.
What was the other one? Doom Patrol is getting ready to be over. It's got one more issue, but it's been really,
Same
really
with
fun.
Peacemaker for me.
Screw DC. So much bunnies are my weakness. What? I feel like there's a lot of...
Conflicting things.
Yeah. I don't understand. I don't know what's happening.
And feet?
Right now.
I'm gonna tell Amanda on you.
That's super rude.
Oh, is it? Okay, never mind. I'm gonna tell Amanda on you anyways, Gabe Hart. Too horny in chat, I'll say.
Anyway, moving on to the indie stuff now, which is not much. Really only one from this week. We have The Cull #2, which I also just read #1.
Feet are given.
That's... Did you... Wait.
He also didn't say given. He's put give in.
Yeah, give in? That's not how you...
He's giving in to the feet.
That... I mean, I guess you could say it like that, but that's not how... That's not the right form of given. But anyway, given is a word.
Sounded like you said gibbon.
But only my feet? Okay. As long as you pay for them.
What if there's a gibbon on a cover?
Anyway,
Like,
The Cull #2...
I'd get that.
Again, Kelly Thompson, she's also writing Birds of Prey.
Spell my name right.
Yeah, that's not how you spell Chris.
I won't tell you how.
I'll give you a hint, it's not with a K.
Darn cake.
Anyway, Kelly Thompson's...
Wow. Well, way to rat me out, Gabe Hart.
Kelly Thompson's writing The Cull, Birds of Prey, which I haven't read, but I'm excited for. And then also wrote my favorite Deadpool run, King Deadpool. And then also does It's Jeff. So, I mean, you know, got some credentials there, okay?
Honestly, could have just said it's Jeff, and
Yeah.
I'm sold.
Well, not apparently. I told you that, and you didn't read the book.
No, I
I
think I was reading a lot that week.
Anyway, pretty solid book. Very strange book. It is a very, very weird book where it's just like, I don't know what's happening, and like very quickly, like it's like, oh, this seems like a kind of normal little thing going. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What is going on? What is this? What is happening? What does this mean? And, like the characters don't really know what's happening either. So like I feel like that's supposed to be intentional and like weird, but like you have very, very little like subtext of what has happened up to this point. Like I don't know. It's weird for me to try to explain it, but all that being said, I am enjoying it. It is a strange little book that teased crazy things to come. So I'm excited for that. But anyway, we got two other books that are from a week or two ago. I can't remember. We have, this is what, the 30th anniversary. So Shay didn't order this photo variant for whatever reason, so had to order this because it is just a killer cup.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, this is amazing.
It's the right amount of grain. The poses are fantastic.
Yeah, it is
It's
just
beautiful.
stellar. The only thing I would have done differently to make this better, I feel like you could have lowered them a bit and had a bigger trade dress.
The only thing I'd say is if you were to get it signed. But you can't now.
You can't.
Yeah.
You can't. They would have had a lot of good space to get it signed, but yeah, you can't. But anyway, stellar cover. Like I said, not perfect, but pretty dang close. That an amazing cover. Yeah, super, super sweet. So excited for yours. Yep, you got that one, and you also got the facsimile, which is a weird one. So, because like this is a thick, big book, and so it had a facsimile variant, which I feel like is an incorrect usage of the term facsimile, but whatever. Where it is the cover from the very first Power Rangers comic on this 30th anniversary book. But anyway, we also picked up the blank cover. Again, I don't know. It's an okay blank cover. Nothing crazy about it. But, where did they put all this text down here? All the people's names and stuff. I feel like you wouldn't do that on a blank cover. Anyway, but that's our stack for this week.
Yeah, 3 blank covers this week.
Wow, was it really? So Power Rangers, Daredevil, and Batman, yeah. But yeah, super happy to get that one. Oh, by the way, we didn't get the facsimile because these are $10 a piece. I knew that I wanted. We picked up the Ryan Gonzalez variant already, and then we got the photo variant and the blank variant. I'm like, that's a lot. I already own Power Rangers #1, so like, it's like not really a reason for me to spend another $10 on a book that looks like the book that I already have, you know. But that's all we got. Pretty good week.
Yeah.
Like I said, highly recommend.
And now we're gonna go watch Ahsoka.
Yeah.
And you're not invited.
Highly recommend Avengers Inc. Okay, that one was about to be a sleeper on me. Okay, I really dug. This is how you know a book's good. So we were at the shop still, and it was a little slow towards the end of it, you know. And I was on the fence, and I was like, I might read a couple pages of this Avengers Inc. to see if I want to get it. And I read the first page, and I immediately showed it to Chris. I'm like, that's a pretty good first page. Like, that's a pretty good start to a book. And then, like, it got even better, you know, moving forward. So, I think, starts strong. It has, like I said, funny bits to it. I do like a good detective story. I don't know how much you care for, like, detective stuff.
It depends.
Because, like, this is, like, a very, like, cliche detective setup. You know what I mean? Or, like the way you tell a detective story. But that being said, there is some twists and turns that I 100% did not see coming. So, I really enjoyed how it played out. Yeah, so that's going to be it, though, for this week. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by, hanging out. We will go back to having longer streams on Tuesdays after Ahsoka. But we're impatient.
And we gotta go watch that show. I want to sleep.
Y'all are lucky that we even, like,
acknowledge you.
Yeah, I mean, no like, we could be like, you know what, while Ahsoka's going on, no more streams. But, because I seriously am, like, I'm super impatient. That's why we stay up until, what is it, usually 3 in the morning? Usually stay up until 3 in the morning to watch the shows when they come out. Like, for example, when I watch animes, I always watch them subbed, and that is mainly just because, like, I'm like, I don't want to wait for them to dub it. Like, it's out right now. I can watch it right now, you know? Like, if there's something available, then for me to check out, I gotta watch it. But anyway, thank you all so much for hanging out. Good night. Haven't even started Ahsoka yet at all. I thought you were like, Star Wars needs lightsabers for me to like, and you don't even watch Ahsoka?
It's got so much lightsabers in it.
Bruh. Ahsoka's got 2 of them.
Yeah. Sabine even has a lightsaber.
Yeah. Haven't started Ahsoka either.
Y'all
Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Banned.
I don't. Some people are really affected by this. It does start slow. I like something that builds up to something anyway. But there's been a lot of cool moments so far. The ending of last week's episode was pretty crazy. So I think this episode might be kind of nuts. Like, I really have no idea what to expect about what's about to happen when we go watch this show. So I'm super excited for it. Thank you all, and we will see you next time.
Bye.